What's going on, fight fans? It's Chief Rowe back with another installment of Bills and Smoke. Just wanted to touch bases with y'all and cover a few things, a few fights that's been happening over the past few weekends. The first fight that I want to touch on is Eubank versus Lim. The only thing I got to say about that is that a rematch definitely needs to happen soon. I believe that the controversial elbow did happen at some point during the flurry or a combination that Lim was putting on Eubank in the corner. And judging by the size of the mouse that grew onto his eye after the fight, or almost immediately after, like while they were still in the ring. Like, you never see a mouse grow that fast from a punch, and we all know that Lim doesn't carry that much power to inflict that type of mouse within that short amount of time, unless it was his elbow. So therefore, I believe that that fight should be ran back as soon as possible. And but congratulations to Lim on the controversial win. Hopefully him and Eubank can get back in the ring and make that run that rematch back as soon as possible. This past weekend we had Beterbiev versus Yarde. I feel like Yarde had a very good showing. I felt like he did very well in the ring. He pressured Beterbiev at times. Really stayed toe-to-toe with him. Like a Beterbiev do something, Yarde do something back. It was just the fact that he couldn't outlast Beterbiev's power over the course of 12 rounds. And like most fighters, they can't. Anybody who's came into contact with Beterbiev's power has fell subject to, taking that beating. It's not to take nothing away from Yarde, though. I think he's a rising star. It'll be interesting to see how he returns after this loss. Hopefully he's not the type of fighter who gets to these big prize fights, these big fights, and can't deliver or can't execute, because he kind of did the same thing against Kovalev, which he was younger at the time, not a seasoned, but definitely like to see him get some redemption and become a future champion. Plant versus Benavidez. Man, it's heating up. You hear me? It's heating up.
Fucking chump. You ain't nothing. And watch, March 25th, mark my words, I'm gonna put this motherfucker in the hospital. Finish what the fuck you gotta say. Let me get, Man, we could've got outside the fucking hotel. You fucking pussy guy already fucking people with you.
This dude ain't scared. He's so mad. He's so mad. You're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see that. Can't wait to see this fight take place. I'm going with Benavidez, but I kind of want to go with Plant. I feel like Plant is in a headspace right now where he wants to be great, and to even step up and take this fight, he got a big pair of kahunas on him because Benavidez is punishing stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see this fight take place. I can't wait to see it. Definitely going to order the fight and see what happens, see what takes place when these two meet in the ring. Then seeing a few videos of Benavidez sparring with his sparring partners, talking about he's sending sparring partners to the hospital, the whole nine. So it's going to be interesting to see how Plant deals with Benavidez's power over the course of 12 rounds. If he could take the body shots, if he could take, just the overall beating that's headed his way, and be able to counterpunch and move effectively against Benavidez in the ring. So definitely looking forward to that fight taking place. This weekend we got Alicia Baumgartner versus Elhem Makhachev, and then we got Amanda Serrano versus Cruz on the Zone, I believe. These two fights are going to be good. Baumgartner, she always come ready, you know what I'm saying? I seen a post from Tony Harrison, voicing his concern about her becoming undisputed. And I commented on that, and I told him, like, man, you know, there's nothing really to worry about, because every time she just got that look, man. She got that twinkle in her eye, like she want to be great. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't got nothing to do with the cakes. This ain't got nothing to do with the cakes, but, you know, she's definitely, you know, in that headspace where she wants to be great, and, you know, up there with like Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields. And I could see that coming into fruition for her, as long as she stay grinding and stay hungry like she's been. You know, the rewards will come. Amanda Serrano, her fights are always entertaining because she just push forward. She walked her opponents down and just brutalize them. Has an ugly left. That left hand just is just ridiculously thudding. Like every time she hits something, you can tell it hurt. So it's gonna be interesting to see how she deal with Cruz in this fight. A lot of belts on the line this weekend. So let's get ready for that. And then we got Tony Harrison versus Costa Tszyu. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this one. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this one, man. Not Costa Tszyu, but Tim Tszyu, Costa Tszyu's son, will be squaring off against Tony Harrison, and I think this is going to be a good fight. I think this might be, you know, a classic, because Tony Harrison has something to prove coming off his loss against Jermell Charlo, and regaining his redemption to get his belts back. Get his belt back and get the belts back from Charlo. Tim Tszyu looking to make a name for himself and make some noise, you know, at 154, and it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a barn burner. So definitely looking forward to seeing that take place. And just check back here, come here once a week, maybe once or twice a week, where we touch on things, touch on the fights, and give y'all our insights on the fights that's coming up and fights that's taking place. Just make sure that y'all like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Until next time.